Welcome to another episode of Ingrid's World. I am your host, Ingrid Paris Hicklin. On this show, meet Sade, a varsity letter holder in both cross country and swim. She is a 2017 USA Cycling Mid-Atlantic Cyclocross champion, as well as she's presently ranked #1 for the triathlon age group 16 through 17 females All-American honors. As a member of Team USA, Sade will represent USA at the World Championship in Spain in April 2019. We're also fortunate to have on the show her mother, Darlene Smith, who will add to our rich conversation. And then guess what? We're going to be back in the kitchen, cooking up a storm with Litisia Shelley. I recently met her at a bridal shower. She was catering, and it was there that I fell in love with her food. Her motto is, "Nothing brings people together like good food." I wish you could be here to taste the food. All right, well, let's first meet our guest, Darlene Smith.
Hi.
Welcome. And Darlene Smith, great to see you again.
Likewise, great. Thanks, Ingrid.
Well, now let's talk a little about your career. How did you get started in, being a triathlete?
I did my first triathlon when I was 8 years old with my local swim team, and ever since then I fell in love with it and continued to do them. When I was 11 years old, I joined my current triathlon team, Endorphin Fitness, and since then I've been with them for almost 6 years now.
8 years old, because I saw a picture of you, 8-year-old. I was like, is that she really doing that?
Yes.
That was you?
Yes.
I love it. Same face, I tell you. So you started training when you were 8. What are the training sessions like? I just can't.
I usually have about 12 to 15 hours of training a week, and that involves practicing twice a day, usually once before school in the morning. I swim at 4:30 in the morning, and then another training session after school. And yes.
You say yes. You're like, you're going like, yes, I'm there.
Yes.
I know about this.
I give credit to her father mostly for that in the mornings.
Yes.
Oh,
I swim with my club team, Aquaquan, and my triathlon team, Endorphin Fitness.
Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Did you say 12 to 14 hours a week?
Yes.
Wow. What keeps you motivated?
The feeling that I get every time I cross the finish line, knowing that I can improve, but I still have fun while I'm out there, is a great feeling of accomplishment. And every time I'm on the road or running or swimming, I love being out there with other athletes, knowing that we're all pushing ourselves to be better.
Oh my goodness, wow. And you're all pushing yourselves to be better and better. I love it. That has to be really pretty exciting. I had to, to ask you about it, darling.
Sure.
You're going with her, your family. Tell us about this experience.
Right, so as Sade said, she started at 8, but she really, I guess at the age 11, she decided, when asking, okay, you got to pick a sport, because she was also doing travel soccer and doing triathlon.
Travel soccer too.
Yes.
You're an athlete.
That's okay. So you got to choose one. And she decided triathlon, and I think primarily because she likes the multiple sports. But it does, over the years, that's at age 11 when she decided to become, make triathlon her primary sport, and decided to join the ranks of elite triathletes, youth and junior elites across the country. So that's when her training truly elevated. And it takes a village. So over the years, between grandma, of course, us parents, but we've had other moms, we call on Lena now, Jack and Jill moms as well. We've actually picked Sade up from school, take her to swim, or in the mornings. So it's I wouldn't say a challenge, but just making sure it's balanced.
And then I saw this, and then I got an email saying that you're also a straight A student. Is that correct?
Yes, I definitely put academics before training because school is what is going to put me through college, of course, and help me with my career later on. But I do have to sometimes cancel a training session if I do have a large or major test or a project. And I like to balance it, but school definitely comes first.
Wow. So school comes first.
Yes.
And what are the challenges of,
Right, but so Sade is definitely, in 16, teen, and so making sure she does still have a life outside of triathlon, because it does consume, and both mentally and physically. So having fun, being out there with her friends, but it is a lot of sacrifice on her end when she has to say no sometimes, because not that she's training, but she needs to rest. But so that's a challenge. But I think it's balanced well. So
Yes.
How do you figure out the balance?
I just put my focus on what I know I need to do and what is necessary to do at the time. And recovery is definitely important. So if I'm not training, I try to recover, but I do go out with my friends every now and then and have fun.
Love it, love it. Any role models that you?
I look up to my mom, of course, because she's very hardworking and she has a strong work ethic, and she is definitely very a great leader in many aspects. I also look up to Taylor Knibb, who is a very successful triathlete, and she also started triathlons when I was my age. Or when she was my age.
Yes, I understand.
And she has grown to travel around the world and compete in triathlons, and she's very successful now.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So you said what has been your greatest, as a parent, what's your greatest challenge, Darlene?
I think female athletes, they go through so many phases in their growing. So, just making sure you balance, or making sure that they maintain being healthy and having a healthy body. And especially when they're training, as much as they're training, and they're going through all, from growth spurts to, both, physically and mentally. So just being in tune with that. Knowing when to pull back, when to get extra recovery therapy. So, and we have to listen to Sade and tell her to listen to her body. And sometimes, she wants to say go, 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 but
Say no.
but we really, we depend on her to, but sometimes as a parent, you have to kind of step in and do that.
Right. Oh my goodness. So my last question, because we're going to see a video too, which is like absolutely wonderful. Did your father put that?
My father put that together.
Wonderful. So you're going to have, this is broadcast throughout Northern Virginia and also goes on YouTube. Someone sitting out there and they want to be just like you, a triathlete.
Yes.
What's your suggestions?
I would tell them how the sport is challenging, but there's a lot of fun that comes with it as well. And I would let them know that it is swim, bike, and run in that order, and all in one sport, of course, in one race. And when you are a triathlete, you are working with your teammates, even though you place individually. So it takes a team and other athletes to help you move forward from there.
Oh, wow. Pretty complicated. not that easy for sure. Well, I'd like to thank both of you for being here on the show. You're
thank
pretty
you.
amazing. Continued success. So we got to look for you at, it's coming up in Spain, right? Okay, so we're going to be glued to our sets watching you.
Thank you.
All right. Please stay right there because we are going to see a wonderful video called Sade's triathlon journey. And then we'll be back in the kitchen with Litisia Shelley, and she's cooking up something good. So stay right there. Well, welcome to the show, Litisia.
Thank you for having me.
What are you getting? So you have all this wonderful food.
Yes, yes.
So what are we fixing?
Today we're gonna do some crab balls, deep fried crab balls, and we're also gonna do some jerk shrimp.
Oh, okay. So while you're preparing that,
Yes.
So what's in that?
So the crab balls, these are actually pretty major on my menu. They have a little bit of onion, a little bit of bell pepper, some mustard, mayo, and then we go in and we put a little bit of the garlic powder, the Old Bay, paprika,
Nice.
and pepper.
Okay.
We mix all of that together, and we also have egg in here as well to help hold the crab ball together. Mix it all together.
Oh my gosh.
And while you're doing this, you should definitely go ahead and preheat your oil, because you
Okay,
want your
preheat
oil
your oil.
at about 425 so that everything fries perfectly.
So Litisia, when I was at this wonderful bridal shower, you were catering it.
I was.
When did you start your business?
I officially started about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Everybody was calling me like, hey, can you make me something? Can you make me this, or can you make me that? And I'm like, yeah, I can, for a fee. So that's how I started off with my catering. And I was lucky enough to have so many people that had already tried my food. They went ahead and, so many people wanted to work with me. So I was lucky enough to be able to start it off that way.
I love how so it's like a nice little boiling kind of.
Yes. The key is to make sure that your oil is nice and hot and ready to fry.
So people started calling you and what? But where did your love of cooking come from?
Oh, it came from my mother. So when I was young, about 6 years old, I told my mom, she was in the kitchen cooking, and I said, hey, I want to cook. can you show me something to cook? So she got out the Jiffy cornbread and she said, we're gonna make cornbread. So that was the first thing that I learned how to cook. And after I showed her that I could do it, after that, she was like, oh yeah, every time we have cornbread, you're making it.
Oh my goodness. And that was your first dish.
It was.
Made Jiffy cornbread. So, I mean, I love how it looks like you're using lots of wonderful fresh ingredients there.
Everything is fresh. I definitely promote to have fresh ingredients. The taste is much better. And my thing is, if people are going to pay me to cook for them, I want to give them the best.
Okay.
So I think that they deserve that.
Oh, beautiful. What has been like the biggest event that you had to prepare for a caterer?
I was contacted by a nice lady who wanted to do a catering event I wanted to do a catering event for a museum. So she was a part of the art gallery.
Oh, wow.
Whenever she contacted me, I'm like, oh, this is kind of strange, kind of weird, but okay. So the biggest gimmick to it all is I had to feed any and everybody that came to the art gallery to see the show. Whether they were guests or whether they were just walking through by chance, I had to feed them. So it became really challenging to make sure that I had enough food spread out for everybody that walked through the doors. But it turned out beautiful. It turned out very, very nice.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's like amazing.
It is.
So how did you know how much food to make?
Well, they told me to expect about 500 people.
500 people. You cooked for 500 people.
It turned out to be a little over 1,000 people that showed up.
1,000 people.
So we definitely we cooked a lot.
You cooked a lot.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Now what's going on in there? That's smelling so good.
This is the jerk shrimp that we're doing.
Now, I heard of jerk chicken, but
yes. Never
shrimp.
jerk shrimp, huh? Well, you're lucky. So today we're going to add a little bit of lemon juice to this jerk shrimp.
Lemon juice, okay.
We're going to take a little bit of brown sugar to sweeten it up.
I love it.
This is the jerk. This is a Jamaican jerk, authentic from Jamaica.
Oh, I love it.
It's delicious. A little bit of dill. And then we take some mustard just to add a little bit of spice to it. Have Worcestershire sauce. And just a little bit of barbecue.
What?
So you want to saute all of this together, let it cook and marinate and fuse. And then the smell is just...
Oh, it's heavenly.
It's just so delicious.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So the jerk is a little spicy, so I team it with the brown sugar to help die down some of the spice in it.
Yes.
So that people who don't really like spicy can still enjoy the dish and appreciate just the little hint that's coming through.
Yeah, now that would be really good for my husband. He's not a
spicy guy
kind
at
of
all.
guy.
I understand.
Yeah, and having that, but that's so smart that you're able to put both.
Well, yeah, you
accommodate
definitely
both
want to
tastes.
accommodate everyone that will be partaking in your dishes. I try not to cook with a lot of salt or anything like that.
Oh, I love it.
Just
yeah,
to
I noticed that
accommodate
because
most.
everything I didn't see, the salt.
Right. To me, it's really not needed. In a lot of foods, the salt brings it out. It comes out of the food anyway, so you really don't need it.
So you really don't.
Right.
Okay, so you're teaching me something. What? I don't need to use salt.
No. I mean, I really don't use it at all. So I just accommodate by other items, fresher ingredients, which help extract the salt from the ingredients as well. So to me, it's really not needed.
Wow, because I don't see salt here at all.
No, ma'am.
What?
No, ma'am.
Oh, my word.
So
and I just had to get back to this. No salt inside this?
no salt in the crab balls.
In the
no,
crab
ma'am.
balls?
It's all crab meat, and then you have the veggies that I added plus the seasonings that you saw me add to it. So there's no salt.
So what are you using? Any new ingredients that are kind of, let's say?
Well, so my family went to Dubai recently, so they
Okay.
brought me back some saffron in pure form. So I've been playing around with the saffron. The saffron is very good. It's delicious. I actually garnish.
Is that, I was about to say, what
Yes,
about that? Is
I
that the
garnish
rice?
that with the saffron,
Okay.
so you'll be able to take you'll taste a little hint of the saffron. It won't be overpowering because you can take that and make a paste. And turn it into maybe combine it with a curry to make a spicy rice or something like that, or a paste for a chicken, with some coconut milk. Very good.
So Litisia, how do I figure this out? So you said don't use the salt, but I need to use fresh ingredients.
Yes.
So you have, tell us your ingredients.
This is chopped parsley.
Chopped parsley.
Yes.
Okay.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
This is the jerk spice.
Jerk spice.
Dill weed.
Dill weed.
Yes.
Really? I love it. Okay.
So it's
and
a
then
little
this
contrast.
was
Barbecue sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and mustard. That's
Wow.
it. Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
So once the shrimp gets a little glaze to it, we're ready to take it off the stove and dress the plate.
I wish everyone could just really be here in the studio with us because the food smells heavenly.
Yes, it does. It smells delicious. I'm hoping you guys are going to enjoy this. The crab balls are so delicious. They're going to be nice and crispy on the outside, but the inside will be all crab meat. So we don't add any fillers. We don't do bread or crackers.
So you don't do the bread or the crackers?
No, ma'am. You definitely get the whole bang for your buck. So that's definitely
Oh
true.
my goodness. Do you have a favorite dish that you always love cooking?
My most asked about dish, requested dish, would be the mac and cheese. So my mac and cheese is like
Heavenly.
number one. Yeah.
I tasted your mac and cheese and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
But you added something in there that that I normally don't taste in mac and cheese.
A little love.
You added love. That's what it was.
It was just a little bit of love. So we can't give all the ingredients away.
Because we have a thing in our house, because I'm supposed to be the mac and cheese queen, okay? So, but I'm telling you, from one mac and cheese queen to another,
Well,
no, you the
thank
queen
you.
bee.
Thank
To
you.
the queen
thank
bee.
you.
Yeah, that was delicious. I think because that was at the bridal shower.
Yes.
You had that mac and
So
cheese.
that was a
I
party,
said, no,
yes.
she did put mac and cheese on here.
And yeah, everybody loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah, all of the dishes that night were a big hit. Everybody enjoyed everything that was served. So I was very pleased. It's always a good feeling to have people come back and tell you how good your dishes are. That's the whole purpose of cooking. So it was definitely a blessing to have people come back and tell me how good it was, and give me their business cards, exchange information,
Yes.
and want to book me for something else.
And now, how did you make this heavenly rice?
So this is a shortcut to a rice. So this is a saffron rice, but you can always buy this rice from the store. So if you don't have a lot of time to put things together, this is an excellent dish. You just buy the Goya saffron rice, or you could do white rice, saffron, and a little bit of cumin, and then you add the onions, the peppers, and the parsley to it, and there you go. So you can either do it the longer way or you could do it the easier way.
Well, can I have a little bit? Because we only have a
Yes,
minute or two left,
yes.
and I have to have a little tasting.
Okay, so we're gonna plate this one first so you can go ahead and taste this.
Wow. And should I just go ahead and get my?
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, wait. And this is this? Let's see, watermelon and
Yes, that is the
papaya?
garnishment for this shrimp that you're getting ready to have.
It's garnishment. Now, I guess I'm not the gourmet person because I was like, I'm ready to dig into that now.
And so while you're trying this one, I will plate this one for you.
Okay. Oh my word. This looks heavenly. Smells so good. Where do we find more information on you?
So you can always go to my my catering page. That would be LLScatering.com. You can go to my Facebook page. That's LLS Catering Events.com. Or my IG page, and that is LLS Catering_events. And whatever you like, we love, so we can make it all.
Whatever you like, we love.
Yes, ma'am. If you're imagining it, we can make it happen.
So I know everyone is just gonna love this. I'm gonna love this. I'm loving what I'm seeing already. And I just really wish our viewers could come here to the station and have some of this great food because it looks so good and it's tasting so great. And all I can say is, Litisia, wow, you're amazing.
Thank
And let me
you.
just tell our viewers how great this tastes. Okay. Heavenly. Oh, and spicy too.
Yes, definitely. The jerk
little
is definitely
kick to
going to
it.
be a little kick to it.
Well, I'd like to thank you, Litisia. Thank you so much for being here on this
for
show.
having
The
me.
food is amazing.
Thank you so much.
I'd also like to thank Sadé Smith and Darlene Smith for being incredible guests. Our quote this time is from Oprah Winfrey. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. And thank you for watching Ingrid's World. And for instant news, follow us on Twitter and Instagram under Ingrid's World VA, or friend us on Facebook at Ingrid's World. Watch anytime on YouTube at Ingrid's World LLC. And I encourage you to be the best in everything that you do.